What's up, guys? Chris Kalachis, Keller Williams, St. Pete. I wanted to talk today about the real estate absorption rate. It's a number that many investors would consider extremely important for figuring out pretty much when it's a buyer's market and when it's a seller's market. The kind of colloquial knowledge is that if you have a replacement rate or an absorption rate above 30%, you're in a seller's market, and if you're below 30%, you're in a buyer's market. And that could be below 20%, so maybe meaning that you're in a, in between a buyer and seller's market when it's between 20 and 30%, but that's up to the individual investor to figure out what they're comfortable with. So I ran some numbers. I ran one set of numbers for the northeastern side of the city and one for the south side of the city. And this is what I came up with. So the south side of the city, and that includes parts of downtown, doesn't necessarily matter, specific neighborhoods, as long as you're just consistent in those numbers, trying to find the absorption rate. And so I found that during a 1 month period, about a month ago, 45 houses came up on the market, and of those houses, 9 of them sold, giving a absorption rate of 0.2, 20%, and which would, feels pretty consistent for what's going on in the market, just at a glance. It's kind of right in between a buyer and a seller's market. There's still people buying, there's still people selling. It hasn't taken off in one way necessarily in 2023. So for the northeastern side of the city, crunched the numbers, and there were 133 properties that came up for sale, and 42 of them sold. Oh, wait, excuse me. Wrong numbers. Northeastern side of the city, 72 properties came up in that set of 30 days, and 24 of them sold, which gave me a replacement rate of about 33%. So what does that say? More of a buyer's market in the northeastern side of the city. And I mean, considering what the northeastern side of the city is compared to the south side of the city, that rings 100% true in my mind. It's more established, more expensive properties up there, possibly even more older people in the northeastern side of the city. So, they have a ton of equity in the house. Prices over the last 3 or 4 years have gone way up, pretty much doubled. So, a bunch of people selling and a bunch of people buying. So, feels very consistent. And then here on the south side of the city, it's more of a less frequented area for buyers up until, maybe the last couple years. And we're seeing it tick up, I would say, especially when you consider how many empty lots have been purchased and how many builders are building around here. But that number I expect to tick up, that 20% number for the south side of the city. Just kind of an interesting metric to run if you're ever wondering about what your neighborhood's like or your section of any city. Give me a call, and I'd love to help you out and try to figure out what the absorption rate is in your neck of the woods, and give you some more insight into, when it's smart to buy and when it's smart to sell. So that's it. Pay attention to those numbers, and you'll gain some insight, better insight than your peers and your competitors who are looking at the same properties that you're thinking of buying. So, just make yourself a smart investor. That's it. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your week. And you know where to get in contact with me. Have a good one. Bye.